A+ലേക്കുള്ള വഴി ഇനി തനിയെ തുറക്കാം. Subscribe to the ENCLAPS channel. Ring the bell button and open success. It's that easy.
Hello dear. Let's talk about grid reference in topographical maps. How do we locate places on map? As you all know, we locate different places on maps and globe with the help of latitudes and longitudes. Since topographical maps are large-scale maps, it is very difficult to show the precise location of minor geographical features in topographical maps. To overcome this drawback, north-south and east-west lines in red color are incorporated in the topo sheets. The north-south lines are called eastings and the east-west lines are called northings. These are northings. Their value increases towards the east. The value of the eastings immediately left to the topographic feature is considered for identifying a location. These east-west lines are called northings and their value increases towards the north. The value of northings immediately to the south of the feature in the map is considered for identifying a location. The grids formed jointly by the eastings and the northings are called reference grids. In 1:50,000 topo sheets, each grid with 2 cm width and 2 cm breadth covers an area with 1 km length and 1 km breadth on the Earth's surface. Let's see how features can be located in topo sheets using these grids. In the grid, you can see symbols of some geographic features. The size of the features included in the model grid are not one and the same. So, they differ in size, right? Since they differ in size, the location of these features can be found out in two different ways called 4-figure grid reference and 6-figure grid reference. First, let's talk about 4-figure grid reference. The polygon feature within the grid is a lake. Let's see how the lake can be located. In 4-figure grid reference method, the value of the eastings to the immediate left of the feature, in this case 52, is to be written. Then the value of the northing just south of the feature, in this case 18, is to be written. Thus, the location of the lake as per the 4-figure grid reference will be 52, 18. Now moving on to the 6-figure grid reference. We can locate comparatively large geographical features such as lakes, agricultural fields, etc. using 4-figure grid reference system. What about small features like tube wells, ponds, etc.? All these small features are generally located through the 6-figure grid reference method. In order to find the location of the tube well, value of the easting to the left of it is to be written first. So, in this case, we can write 15 first. Then, what you need to do is divide the area up to the next easting into 10 equal parts as shown here. Find the next division on which the tube well is located. In this case, as you can see, the tube well is located near the 5th division. You can write this value next to the value of eastings already found. Now write the value of the northing just below the tube well, in this case 76, along with the eastings value. Then you have to divide the area up to the next northing as being divided into 10 equal parts. Find the exact division on which the tube well is located. In this case, the tube well is located on the 6th division. Write it with the values already written. That is 15, 5, 76, 6. This final figure obtained is the exact 6-figure grid reference of the given tube well. Next is about the contour lines. So, in topographical map, elevation can be represented by using different signs and symbols such as contour lines, form lines, spot height, triangulated height and benchmarks. Among these signs and symbols that used to represent elevation, contour lines are of great importance. Contour lines are imaginary lines drawn on maps connecting those places having equal elevation from the sea level. The respective altitude will be marked with each contour line. These values are called contour values. With the help of these contour values, we are able to find out the altitude of the places shown in the map. From this picture, you will be able to identify a valley and a hill. You can also see that the value difference between contours will always be equal. Here in this case, we can say that the difference between adjacent contour values is 100 meters. This difference between the value of two adjacent contours is called contour interval. Closely spaced contour lines represent slopes and the widely spaced contour lines represent gentle slope. Just like this, three things can be assessed from contour lines in topographic maps. First one, altitude of the place. Second one, nature of the slope. And third one, shape of the landform. Let's see how the shape of landforms can be identified using contour lines. There are two methods for this. First method is assessing the topography directly from the contours. As per this method, first you have to place a strip of paper across the contour pattern of which the topography is to be assessed. Mark A and B at both ends of the paper. Then mark and label values of the contour lines cutting across the paper strip. In the second stage of this method, you have to transfer these contour values onto the x-axis of a graph paper. Choose a convenient scale and mark all the contour values on the y-axis. Then we have to draw vertical lines from the points of contour values on the x-axis. Mark all the points where these vertical lines intersect corresponding values in y-axis. Join all these intersecting points by smooth curves. By shading the area using a pencil, we can get the shape of the landform represented by the contour lines. This is one method. Now let's move on to the next method, that is by tracing out the contour lines. In this method, using a tracing paper, we have to copy the contour lines and transfer them onto another paper. As shown in this picture, draw a line AB through the center of the contours. Draw X and Y axis below the line AB. Mark contour values on both the Y axis in an appropriate scale. Then join equal values on both the Y axis using narrow lines. Draw vertical lines from the point where contour is cut across the line AB. Mark all the points at which these vertical lines intersect the horizontal lines. Join these points with smooth curves and using a pencil, shade the area. This is how we get the shape of the landform represented by the contours by tracing out the contour lines method.
3 ലക്ഷത്തിലേറെ വരുന്ന ചോദ്യോത്തരങ്ങൾ ഏറ്റവും കുറഞ്ഞ ചിലവിൽ സ്വന്തമാക്കുവാൻ ഉടൻ തന്നെ ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യൂ ENCLAPS the Learning App.